Here it is, the Mercedes Benz Vision A.V.A.T.A.R. It is a show car, and show cars are here to spark our imagination of the possible, just like good science fiction movies do. Imagine a car that delivers a completely new experience, which combines an inside-out design philosophy with an outside-in approach to connecting passengers and environment. This car showcases new ideas of communication, for instance, by using its bionic flaps. Now, we'll hear more about these features from the joint teams that have put their passion and ideas and hard work into this project. Please give it up for John Landau and Gordon Wagner.
Us designers creating a car inspired by a fantasy or sci-fi movie like Avatar is a dream come true, John.
It's been
so
great.
You fulfilled our dreams. For Division Avatar, we transformed that bionic and nature-focused inspiration from the Avatar movie to a futuristic concept that demonstrates how a vehicle can actually merge perfectly with its driver, like an avatar, and blend in harmony into its ecosystem.
Gordon is absolutely right. We take inspiration from everywhere. Our natural world is one that we take great inspiration from. Technology is another. Technology allows us to tell stories in ways that were not possible before, and to communicate compelling and engaging ways. And Gordon and his team have delivered that with the car. Well done, sir.
Well, I wish you all could stand here and be this close to the car because it is absolutely stunning. So Gordon, one of the challenges for you is because Mercedes-Benz is known for luxury, how do you figure that into the design of the show car?
Well, our ambition at Mercedes is to become the world's most loved luxury brand. And the definition of the luxury of the future is about the fusion of beauty and intelligence. So therefore, the A.V.A.T.A.R vision embodies that redefinition of luxury by combining the beauty of nature with the responsibility of sustainable luxury for our planet.
Now, we spoke about this a little bit earlier, but can you elaborate more about how this show car is actually inspired by Avatar?
Of course, Gillian, yeah. In deep discussions with John and his team, we defined how our A.V.A.T.A.R show car can actually pick up on all levels of the inspiration of the Avatar story. We created a futuristic vehicle that had to authentically looks like it comes out of this amazing sustainable world. So also, that is a vehicle that is able to enhance the capabilities of your own body, like the idea of an avatar in that movie. So eventually, we didn't want to create a car. We wanted to create something like a living organism.
Almost like a human, right? So speaking about the Avatar movie, John, can you tell us how you were able to incorporate themes from the human world into that movie?
Well, first of all, let's talk about what the first Avatar was about. I tell people that the first Avatar began and ended with the same image, Jake Sully opening his eyes. And I always viewed that as a challenge to audiences to open their eyes and to understand that our actions have an impact on both people around us and the world around us. And I think this car has been realized, and people who get in it, people who drive it, are going to feel that connection with the world around them, and it's going to change how they look at the world when they get out of the car.
And can you expand on that a little bit more?
Our job is to tell compelling emotional stories. But I think we also have a responsibility to inspire people to take action, towards a sustainable lifestyle, harmonious interactions with others. And if we could bring that again into the real world, and Gordon and his team and the vision that Ola has laid out for them, they've realized it in a magnificent way.
Now, Gordon didn't mention that
Thank you
this.
so much for that.
Absolutely. Now, Gordon did mention that this car does take a lot of its inspiration from Avatar. So, as a producer of Avatar, looking at this car, what's your favorite connection with the car and the movie?
You know, I think the connection with the car is we have A.V.A.T.A.R on Pandora, and people get to make that connection to A.V.A.T.A.R. People get in this car, and they put their hand on the controller, and the car reacts to them. It connects with them. It takes their biofeedback, and you really feel a pulse to the car. It feels your heartbeat, and you feel at one with the car.
That's so incredible. Now, Gordon, we know that Mercedes-Benz is in this very unique position where you're able to shape the future. So, talking about the vision A.V.A.T.A.R, what type of innovations can we see in the show car?
Well, this concept is full of innovation. Our concept has, first of all, a progressive and sustainable bionic design that brings our design idiom of sensual purity to an entirely complete new level. The design of the shapes, therefore, is fast, smooth, and in harmony with nature forces. Take, for instance, these aerodynamic flaps on the rear of the vehicle. They mimic the raising of the hair of an animal when it's moving. And actually, they have some aerodynamic functions, but they can also respond to you. And secondly, that car has a futuristic look thanks to this super futuristic, elongated, sporty, we call it one-bow proportion of the body, which blends beautifully with these circle wheel arches here. And of course, these round wheels. So additionally to that exterior, the interior concept might be even more revolutionary. It shows a complete virtual instrument panel that takes the occupants on an experience journey beyond reality. Also, when you look at the car, there's light strips connecting through the entire vehicle, creating something like a neural network. And so this is much more than just an organic design. This concept car really merges the car and the driver into one living organism.
What an incredible concept.
It's been a great collaboration, a great experience.
Totally, so inspiring.
Well, John, Gordon, thank you so much for your time. And although all of this sounds very futuristic, I have to say that I think these innovations, they aren't very far away. Would you guys agree?
Agreed. I think, you got to push the boundaries. It's the innovators who lead, and that's what Mercedes is trying to do.
And that leads me to our next topic and our next guests. Let's take a look.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Vera Schmidt, Director Advanced Experience Design at Mercedes-Benz, and Ben Proctor, Production Designer for the A.V.A.T.A.R sequels.
Hi.
Ben, Vera, welcome to the stage. Okay, I think that one subject that both of you are very involved with is this merging of humans with technology and nature. So, Ben, let's start with you. How does your team really touch on this topic?
Well, I would say the merging of humanity with both nature and with machinery is a key element of A.V.A.T.A.R, for sure.
Can you explain a little bit more?
I think a great example is the Na'vi people of Pandora. They have this incredible connection with nature that even the humans come to understand later on. And then on the other side, you have the incredibly high-tech neural link system of the avatars themselves, which is really what allows humans to explore the planet.
That's really cool. And Vera, how are you influenced by some of these concepts when you're developing the user interface of the show car here?
Well, we work on the interaction between man and machine every day. But in the vision A.V.A.T.A.R, we created an immersive experience where we shaped the technology as a mediator between you as a human being and you as part of species, part of nature.
So how does that work exactly? What do you mean?
So the car expands your senses, and it lets you experience the environment and the beauty of the nature around you. And this is really beautiful, so it becomes a very sensual extension of your skin.
Can you describe the features in a little bit more detail?
So nowadays, if you approach a car, you are the one who is reaching out to the car. You push a button, you touch a display, but in the Vision A.V.A.T.A.R, you lift your hand, and icons are projected on your skin, on your palm, and even if you move it, the interface moves with you. So it's really that the machine starts reaching out to you, like in a living organism.
I feel like we're just scratching the surface, right, Ben? Is there more, Vera?
Yes, we have a curved dashboard projection, and on this one you can switch to a bird's eye view, and you can see the environment through the bird or through the eyes of the bird or a different animal. And you can also see natural forces which are usually not visible to the human eye. For example, you can see magnetic fields, you can see the energy flow of trees or the wind, so that's fascinating.
It's just amazing. Okay, so a question for you both. I feel like when you're talking there, you're showing us that there are starting to be a lot of similarities between film technology as well as automotive technology, would you say?
I would totally agree. You know, on the first Avatar, we had to create new film technologies to immerse people in this new kind of brilliant 3D imagery that was bright and colorful and amazing. And of course, on the sequels, I think we're going to introduce some new standards as well that will hopefully surprise people. But what we're seeing, I think, in this project that we've done together is that this kind of immersion, this kind of full sensory experience is also making its way into the automotive industry.
And Vera, would you agree with that?
Absolutely. So, and especially this development, it will intensify in the future with all the interfaces and technologies we have.
Okay, so we're looking into the future now because that's one of the topics that we're discussing. So what future technology are you both most excited to work with?
So for us, it's visualizing information on different shapes, materials, movements, where even the human gets part of the digital landscape. For us, that's key, because only then we can start transforming car to the medium, to a digital membrane.
Okay, so if I may put it simply, are you trying to say that digitalization will then become the essence, the lifeblood of the vehicle?
Yes, absolutely. So we think that digitalization, it will spread like an aura around you, and it will become the DNA of the car.